Okie dokie. Hello, Chris. Hello, anybody else coming in? Happy Thursday. Sorry for the delay. I was just really tired when I got home. I am running on 3 hours of sleep. Yesterday was a really hectic day, and today was a busy day. It was a good day today, but yesterday was a very hectic day and just lots of stuff. I almost got into a full-on collision yesterday. It was it was a dreadful day, but we're good. Everything's good. But now we get to put our 3 hour sleep brain, to the test with some more We the Revolution, being the judge, making the courts. If you would like to check the game out for yourself, you can do so there. I'm going to pin this before I forget it. But yeah, feel free to check out the game there. It's a fun little story Decision. I'm only on Act 1, though, which is crazy. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, we left off with Mary... Not Mary Curie. Who was it? Marie Antoinette. I was close. I was like, Mary Curie's way much more in the future. Dino, congrats on the Gambelon. So far, the aristocracy has been revealed. From now on, you must nurture relations with another political group operating within Paris. Fun. Because 2 wasn't bad enough. Where's my notebook? Invite. Oh. So we've had 3 death penalties, 4 prisons, and 3 acquittals. Everybody's kind of like medium relations with us right now. We're doing fine. Let's get to the facts of the case. So last time I don't remember what I did. Did I arrest? I don't think I killed him. I either arrested or acquitted the lover of this woman. In the dock sits the wife of convicted citizen Louis Capet, Marie Antoinette, a 38-year-old Austrian who came to France at the age of 14 to wed the 16-year-old Louis. Hi, Curve. Hi, Dino. Their marriage was political. It was supposed to tighten the alliance between Austria and France. Both Marie Antoinette and her late husband lacked the experience and knowledge required to rule a country. Their incompetence resulted in France being left in debt and the French in hunger and poverty. The former queen... Oh, no, Louis Capet was... I messed up. My history brain is not what it used to be. The former queen and her husband were incapable of restraining themselves from their profligate lifestyle, even when the price of bread became unapproachable for the common citizen. Marie Antoinette and Louis Capet tried to escape from the Tuileries Palace, where the Capets had been confined by the revolutionaries. The two intended to return to France with neighboring armies, but they were caught before they could cross the border. Louis and Marie were able to avoid lynching upon their return due to Antoine Barnave's protection. The famous orator interceded on their behalf, which made him a suspect. It is thought Marie Antoinette ensnared him as to use him for her political agenda. For many years, Marie Antoinette has been accused of acting against France's best interests, plunging the state's budget into a deep deficit, plotting against the revolution, and trying to rebuild the monarchy. The failures of France against Austria can be attributed to her treason. We suspect she conveyed French military secrets to her homeland, but we lack evidence to support this claim. The citizen is also accused of promiscuity. However, moreover, there have been suggestions she sexually harassed her 8-year-old son, Louis Charles. Lots of people want you on the death penalty. The aristocrats don't, but they all do, and I'm happy to make somebody mad. 75 stream streak. That is crazy, Curve. Thank you. I'm sorry it only gives you 450 channel points, but thank you so much. Guys, I just also want to say we're 5 subs away from 500. My silly little repo shorts or whatever I've been some algorithm has been doing pretty good. I got 4 subs today. It's pretty exciting stuff. If you know somebody who is a friend and you're willing to share this cringy dude who has a lion profile picture, 5 subs, I would greatly appreciate it. Just gonna be a little I'm gonna be a really beggy so I can get this 500, but I just want to thank everybody for the YouTube support. And now we punish this aristocrat. Now you'll pay. Bear in mind that this is no common case. Your future depends on your sentence. Please introduce yourself. Excuse me? I could interpret that question as contempt of court. Marie Antoine Josephina Joanna von Österreich, also known as Marie Antoinette of Austria or Marie Antoinette. However, I would prefer to be called the Queen. I will use the term the accused. What? I'm not going to say that one. Question time. I can only make 2 mistakes. Okay, let's go with what I know. They had tried to escape from the palace. So let's accuse... Would it be accused of the... She is accused of conveying French military secrets. So let's do that. She's accused of French military secrets. Okay. Restoration of the monarchy is counter-revolution. There's a couple... Is there a trap in these questions? There is no traps. She's accused of harassing her son. Is that a crime she's actually accused of? Yes, it is. Your son... What do you mean? It's not a... You're literally accused... Personality. Okay. Antoine Barvet's protection... Now is not the time, right? Dude, I swear, every time. The former queen and her husband were incapable of restraining themselves from their lifestyle. Their lifestyle would be their personality. Good. So would the... Yes. The lifestyle is not an accusation. Accused of promiscuity, advocating monarch treason. Oh, jeez. Okay. So I got 3 questions left. You're accused of escaping. Huzzah. Motive. Oh my god, I locked it in. Oh, I'm so smart. I'm the best judge ever. Objection! I'm the judge, though. Wait, I am the judge, so I get to say if it's the time. Wait, what do you mean? Is there another question? Oh, personality. Okay, now I got all the questions. Has the accused ever conveyed French military secrets to Austria? What manner of secrets could I possibly know? Let us start with the strength and weaponry of the army. What an absurd accusation. I could not tell a mortar from a musket. But you know about them. But you know about them. You do not have to know the difference to take notes and send them to other parties. I am the queen, not a spy. She denies it! The wench! These are all innocent questions. Why did the accused live in luxury despite the state's treasury deficit? Take a look at the previous queen's expenditures and the ones before her. Once you compare them, you will see I was using far less money than they were. We must also take into account the situation of the citizens then and during the reign of the accused and her husband. Take into account my rotten potatoes! I do not recall the former queens being addicted to gambling. We all have our vices. Did you see yourself as an exemplary mother? I cannot answer that, and I do not wish to. You should ask my son. Before we do that, I would like to ask the defendant about the accusations regarding the indecent molestation of Louis Charles. No mother would dignify such atrocious accusations with a response. Summon the witness, the son of the accused, Louis Charles. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Louise Charles.
Do you know why we have invited you here?
No. Why?
Did your mother ever do something to you that felt wrong?
Such as?
Things that make you feel ashamed.
My mother liked to hug me in front of everyone. It's embarrassed me.
Did she often hug you?
Very often. Sometimes she would even come to my chamber at night just to hug me.
Did you feel embarrassed then?
No, because nobody was watching.
Did your mother mention to you the plan to escape to Austria and abolish the Republic?
No, neither my mother nor father would ever mention that.
Was Mr. Barnave a frequent guest?
Yes, I like Mr. Barnave very much. He's always very nice and brings me toys. Recently he bought me this wooden guard.
Were he and your mother doing anything you found strange?
Mother once told me to respect him just like my father.
That make you innocent or more guilty? More guilty. Do I have all the questions I need? Gambling. Was her act counter-revolutionary in nature? Did the defendant confess to her crime? What was her relationship with Barnave? I can ask that. Must admit, you and Antoine Barnave are much alike. Has the accused ever suspected that he helped you for his own profit?
I never even considered such a thing. Antoine is a good person who wanted to help. I am not one to judge him for his political views.
The most important thing you shared was your hatred of France.
Nonsense,
We had to survive on bones while you were devouring meat.
Well, I could ask all these good guy questions, but I won't. Death penalty. Death. My fancy little lion stamp.
Justice.
Did she confess to the crime? No. Was her act counter-revolutionary in nature? Yes. Did the defendant, she gambled? What was the relationship? They were friends.
I sentence the accused Marie Antoinette of Austria to the guillotine. The ancien regime should have been beheaded long ago. Huzzah! Justice is served at last! Justice.
Reputation and influence went up. Great. The aristocrats are upset with me, but everybody else loves me, even my family. I'm a big family guy, not to make a meme with that. Speak to the common folk. They're attached, so... Oh, I don't remember what the things were. Humility. Crime. Aggression. Carelessness. Weak, weak, weak. Oh dear, I don't want to do this anymore. Her crime.
Anyone stepping outside the boundaries of revolutionary law has only themselves to blame. Only themselves.
Oh, that's really bad. Defendant.
Murderers, traitors, deceivers. You have to eliminate them or innocent lives will be in danger.
Oh, they really hate me. Revolution.
Future generations will remember that we were not cowards. It needs to be done.
Well, that's not good. I lost 4 reputation because I made the crowd. I should have skipped.
Did I step on you? That was completely unintentional.
Crazy last words. It's always the same faces. They were all pretty happy with me. Support construction of the statue. That's going to make them a little sad, but they're all pretty high up, so I can take the hit. And my son will raise them again, won't they? Since he's still... No, maybe not. Well, they're still happy. And I got a little bit of a statue. What's happening there? Everyone works harder when they see that your family is helping. Fervor. Quell riots. Oh no. Enemy diplomats are fighting. That's not good. 75 push-ups, you'd be on stream. I think you forgot a word there. 150 hours, minutes. Unknown character. Intrigue. Back to the fight. 150 streams. Oh, he'd be on berries. I'm very sorry that I teased you and I misread your sentence. The document discovered in Capet's iron cabinet raised suspicions regarding Roland. The minister hates the tribunal for openly ridiculing him, and he will not forgive you for it. His intelligent wife holds an even stronger grudge. What happened? This art is good. I think you said that last time. I agree, though. So I failed 2 of them, but I've succeeded. Okay. I've only failed once. Exposing the minister's wife. Madame Roland is the true head of the family. She is incredibly ambitious and skillfully maneuvers her husband's career, pushing him onward to more prestigious positions. I doubt the minister made a single important decision without discussing it with his wife first. The so-called political salon held by her turned out to be an exclusive brothel in disguise. We must attack, cut them off from their income, choose how to resolve this. The wives of the convention deputies will learn the nature of that. They will force you to make sure Roland's brothel is closed down. I want Henriette's guards to turn her establishment upside down. That will surely close the brothel. He really liked the oily palette knife. It's really good. Shut down the brothel. This action will be performed the next day. Okay. And then let's go to our hometown. Days left before the inspection. Daily rate at which the statue is constructed. It's at 2%. I have 2 influence points left for the day. Spend more time with family. Yes. Randomly chooses 1 family special action. What did it do? I don't know. What shirt is that? This is just an Abercrombie shirt, sir. It's green and gold. Gotta remember, most of my wardrobe is this. Silly goober. How have you been, though, Berries? I actually considered playing DBD despite saying the other day that I, really against it. Oh, you look very dignified. Why did I lose 7 reputation? What the heck? Bad official. Enemy at the courthouse. The jury noticed you making the wrong choices and forgoing justice. That was 1 time. Oh, it keeps going. I see. We haven't played DBD for a long time. You and me both, but maybe I'll come around to it. Alright, what do we have? Oh, a single page! Huh. Compiled by Charles Etienne. Are we there yet in Peak? Do you like the new jungle? Late in the evening, in one of the dark alleys near the Pantheon, a National Guard patrol stopped a fight between 2 elegant men. When the soldiers approached the attackers, they saw that one of them, elderly and gray-bearded, was standing kicking over his fallen opponent, shouting angrily and kicking him. 3 strong soldiers were involved in detaining the brawlers, and they were forced to use their rifle butts. The 2 ragged and bleeding men were taken to the nearest station where the officer there judged, by their breath, that neither of them had been drinking wine on that evening. Yeah, no breathalyzers back then. The aggressor was immediately interrogated, but he would only babble incomprehensibly. The lieutenant was able to note down only 2 words, dictionary and plagiarism. When later asked to repeat his statement, the gray-bearded man said he was robbed. The beaten man's name is Leonard Pomeroy. He is alive, but he will not be able to talk to people for some time due to a broken jaw. Please introduce yourself. Professor Hugo Trottier, former lecturer at the now-closed Sorbonne, a true university before the Revolution. Please explain why you assaulted that man. We are both lexicographers. However, I have been working on my text for over 15 years, while he is a bungler, which is a word for someone who makes mistakes due to their incompetence. Bungler. Someone who makes mistakes due to their incompetence. Get it down, guys. We're bringing back Bungler. What does that have to do with the assault?
This victim, as you call him, is an ignoramus and a thief. He copied dozens of entries from my dictionary and then bluntly denied doing so in front of witnesses. Why did you not report this to the guard? I paid them a visit, but they showed nothing but complete disregard.
Which is a word for, we know what disregard means. I don't know, I kind of like him. What would happen if I acquitted him? You'd be very upset. They'd be happy. They'd be very upset. If I just did that... Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, questions time. He is... Cause of events is a brawl. Can't you bring in the guy with the... They just... Sir, did you not read the transcript? Or the case file? He is alive, but he will not be able to talk to people for some time due to a broken jaw. Okay. The dictionary is the motive. We have one, wait, what did I say? There's one trap. The blood and dictionary are the, theft. Theft is extenuating circumstances. This is course of events. All questions unlocked. Why are they all bad? What did the victim steal from you?
Pomeroy copied the entire S section from my dictionary into his own book.
How can you be so sure?
You need but look for the entry Saturin, an alloy consisting of copper, zinc, and gold used by ancient Romans to produce coins.
And what does that prove?
It was a hoax, which means a falsehood deliberately pretending to be the truth. There is no such thing as Saturian. I made it up so I should know if someone ever mindlessly copied my dictionary.
Are you not misleading your own readers?
Of course not. Nobody would look up for that entry as I made it up.
If I only ask that question, he gets to go. What if we just do that, you know? Say he's good. I'm just gonna give it to him, you know? A happy family is a happy life. Why did the defendant attack the victim? Because of plagiarism. Was his act counter-revolutionary in nature? I don't think it was. Did he confess to the crime? Yes. He confessed to the assault. I will see if they agree with me. The defendant acted on impulse. The verdict is not guilty. No, the assault. Is the assault counter-revolutionary?
What if tomorrow he kills someone on impulse? Who will be responsible for that death?
No, actually, I don't know if I can click it here.
Surely this is a mistake. Does the judge know what he's doing?
Yeah, see, it was not counter... Yeah. Influence and reputation go up. Let me show you the hierarchy. So I am down here. I am Fidel, a gambling drunkard judge. This is David, my artist and politician. This is Burrell. He was the commander of the National Guard before we executed King Louis. This is Henriette, a new guy who wants to be the new commander of the Guard. This is Elliot. She's a spy for the British. This is Roland, Minister of Internal Affairs. This is Marat, who kind of just does his own thing. Robespierre is up here. Look how cool he looks, by the way. They could not have made him look like the red in the background, his little goggle, like he look not goggles but glasses. I believe that is my intention. Yes. So, I'm playing the story. My perception of playing this game is just trying to stay in the middle. Will it work? Probably not. Will I probably get executed? Yes. Dude, no, berries! I didn't read that part of the history book. Oh, somebody's about to beat me up. I'm about to get jumped. Oh! I live this. I live this. It's okay. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Yeah. Justice.
Why? Tell me. What have you done? You. Why are you making me suffer?
Sleep.
Elliot, the English spy.
I'm by your side.
Who are you? I do not want to sleep.
That Roland? The Ministry of Internal Affairs?
yet. I remember now. I have a family. Where are you? The one who makes me suffer.
Ohio. Act 2? You were unconscious for a long time, for a long while. Who is the man who apparently saved my life? Gregory Rommel. You don't know me, although I know quite a lot about you. The lady next to me is... I know Grace Elliott. You were the one who sewed me up? It is not my first time saving someone's life. There are more victims of the revolution than you think. You encroached on Minister Roland's position, and more importantly, on the business managed by his enterprising wife, on the establishment from which their allies, Jean-Nicolas Pache, the mayor of Paris, and Jean-Baptiste Gopel, the Archbishop of Paris, got cuts of the profits. I didn't know. If this information was easy to learn, it means that someone is doing their job poorly. But now you know. Yes, because I make my living by learning secrets. Word on the street is that the Girondins are planning to take over the convention by force. The king's humiliation and the revealing of the connection between the crown trader and Roland, a prominent Girondin, weakened them. This chance might be seized on by the Jacobins, with Robespierre and Danton at the helm. This may be their moment. I want no part in this. These people are not fooling around. I'm afraid you have no say in the matter, at least as long as the Rolands are alive. As soon as they learn you survived the attack, they will try again. Your death sentence is already signed. You seem to know much about me. How? I don't understand. He must watch twitch.tv/dudemanog or youtube.com/dudemanog. Enough for now. You have to rest, regain your strength, your wounds. I knew your brother. Monsieur Gregory! You are right. We will speak of this another time. I have yet to thank you for... You will have another chance. That guy's cool as hell. Wounded. You need to rest and heal after that treacherous assault. Why are they going down? That's okay, my son cares for me. Why would it go down? Oh, honey, I can't believe you were shanked.
Oh my god, he clutched it!
Monarchist scheme. There it is, the first piece of the puzzle. Let us fill in the rest with the corpses of enemy agents. Revolutionary patrol. The patrol may imprison your agent or capture an enemy agent. My reputation is so bad, though. I don't think I can look at it here, can I? Oh yeah, I can, the notebook. Oh, my reputation's -13. Why is it so low? Bad official, that's why. Enemy at the courthouse is also... It's okay. Should still... Do I own this? District fully upgraded. They're doing good. Okay. End of the day, not yet. I have 7%. This is not going to be done anytime soon, unless this is supposed to take like all game. End of the day. Day 13. Lucky day 13. How are your wounds? They are healing, all thanks to our new friends. Really? What is the matter? Let me remind you that you have been resting here in this house. This is where they carried you, and it is your family that have been waiting on you hand and foot. Us, your family, whom you are putting in danger. You think I wanted to be stabbed in an alleyway? Your wife wants what is best for the family. Your brother. My brother wanted to protect our family by fighting back against those who threatened us, while you just wanted to wait. But I've seen the head of a king roll as easily as a tradesman. Only power. You are the judge of the tribunal. You have power. It is the people who paid these assassins, the Rollins, or whoever they answer to, who have power. They are the ones who wield life and death in the city. Let us hope they do not kill us all before you grab your precious power. Fundraising for the orphanage makes everybody happy. It's good. So they'll all increase tomorrow, at least by 1, thankfully. Oh, never mind, we're here again. We're getting closer. We'll soon learn the identity of R. We just need a few more corpses. Dear friend, I have heard that you are recovering from a hideous assassination attempt. Your dispute with Minister Roland has led to the mobilization of Garandans who wish to take over the convention and most presumably restore tyranny. In order to defend the Republic, my group would like to strike first and arrest the leaders of the coup. The list of suspects is not conclusive yet, since we are still not sure which of the Roland should be accused of trying to assassinate you. Long live the Republic. Maximilien Robespierre. Spies on the enemy lure opponents and help the diplomat control a territory. Dudeman, Suochi, Hayakwa. How's it going? How did you Gao showed me one of your guys' games that you played, the Joust one against the triple tank team. How was your smite last night? I wish I could have joined. Enemies taking over a section. I can't do anything to stop it. Increase your influence over the district. Are you wounded? Okay, so you just can't do anything. Oh, wait. This is my spy. Hold on. I wasn't reading what it said. Chillin', playing some Ark. Nice, nice. get that section. No, let's get this section. We had a rough time playing against multiple teams of vets. Playing metacomps or something was very hard. See, I'm surprised. Like, I thought with me leaving... And then the last match, I think our 5th complete noob. So you did have one successful then. That's good at least. But I was like, I figured it'd be pretty nice and peaceful for the most part. Intrigue. Before we do this, let me look at my notebook. We barely got our reputation back. Okay, intrigue. The documents discovered. This was a failure as well. Someone must have warned Madame Roland about the risk of exposure. Apparently they have sources within the guard. Counterattack. Citizen Robespierre and his... Oh, wait, so I'm losing this pretty bad. Oh, I could still get a perfect. It's just going to be close. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get to play with you. But I definitely am excited to see more people enjoying Smite 2. I love playing it. I need to play it more on stream. Always another day, of course, of course. I hope your art goes well. Is there new stuff out now? I haven't watched the release trailer. But like new map, new arcs, is that out yet or is that later? Citizen Robespierre and his spies report the Girondins are allegedly preparing for an attack on the Jacobins, whom they want to arrest and kill in mass. If it was Roland who befriended the aristocrats, everything is starting to fall into place. And Roland knows that you survived. You can assume that the events of the convention will be followed by another assassination attempt. Robespierre suggests we strike first. If we arrest prominent Girondins, we will cut off a number of the Hydra's heads with one blow. Antibol, Bolia the Younger, Boyofrande, Brissot, Cara, Dochel, Ducos the Younger, Dufriche de Valles, Duprat, Fauchet, Guardian, I'm pronouncing all these French names wrong, apologies, Jensuan, Lacasse, Salassos, Lastapare, La Hardy, Lastabret, Bouvai, Minivel the Elder, Sillery, Verginard, Weiger. Right in the... Oh, I was going to say right in the middle. The new arc, Matriarch, is in the event rotations. We're working the community for unlocking the new map. I heard they had to turn it down because people were doing it so fast. Sometimes you will have to make a decision that will affect an entire intrigue. Think about it carefully. No pressure! Decide who will be brought to justice. The assassination attempt was performed by people hired by Jean-Marie Roland. It was her from the very beginning. By arresting her, you'll get rid of the source of the problem. Her husband, however, the person granted power, will slip out of your hands. Yeah, I'm going for the guy who actually did it, just because even though she's the brains, she's a lady, and they weren't really seen that good in the back-in days, so I gotta get rid of the guy. You have strong evidence against him, so sentencing him should not pose any problems. His wife, on the other hand, may have enough time to escape, which could have unwelcome consequences. We gotta get him. I'm taking the gamble. Arrest. I got a perfect intrigue, though, which gives me 8 reputation and +3 for all of them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's huge. Q launch gonna lurk. No worries, thank you, Aqua. Good luck topside. That should have honestly really increased me a bit. Yes. On to the next day. Just us. How are you feeling? You were still out of it when I visited you. The wounds are not fully healed, but I thought it would be good to show up to work anyway. Yes, look, I need to talk to you. I think I must. Has your father ever told you how exactly your brother evaded the gallows and ended up on the front lines? I thought I heard somebody talking for a second. I have asked, but all I ever got was silence. I was the one appointed as case. Ooh, we did some cheating.
The verdict was just a formality.
For such mutilation of another person, I could have only sentenced the accused to death. Your father came to me and begged for his firstborn's life. I did not know what to do. I spent that night thinking about the case. Eventually, I burnt the files. I told your father to banish Bruno from the city, then sell his stall to those he was at odds with, the Reynards. He was also supposed to give part of that money to the family of the wounded boy. Your father agreed to everything.
Nimbus. I was Rebo.
I remember the eyes of your brother when he was banished from his home. But his father did not have a choice. It was the only way to save his son.
On my camera blocking the angry face. Later, we learned that Bruno enlisted and died at the front lines. What I'm trying to say is what? Your brother died anyway, despite me showing him mercy, but that does not mean showing it was worthless. Remember this when you are hunting down your enemies. It's a lot of things. The minister's wife fled. Jean-Marie Roland has always ruled from the shadows. She will certainly not let you off the hook for arresting her husband and will torment you even when in exile. Poor Papa. Tiger! Thanks, son. Did I rise the ranks? Oh, I overtook him. Oh no, not 3 pages. Oh no. Corruption, treason, advocating monarchy. Jean-Marie Roland, until recently a minister of the Interior, has been accused of corruption and treason. For the charge of corruption, we began the investigation by questioning prominent members of the convention. Citizens Herbert and Robespierre were particularly helpful. They testified Minister Roland had, several times, discreetly offered them benefits for softening their stance with regards to the continuation of war against the monarchies that pose a threat to us, chiefly Britain and Spain. The citizens mentioned had no hard evidence that would allow them to accuse Roland. Furthermore, they suspected the offer did not come directly from the minister. They speculated that the originator could have been Citizen Capet himself, who maintained strong relations with Roland. Not wanting to make a false accusation, the people involved were waiting for indisputable evidence to emerge. When his attempt to bribe prominent convention members failed, Roland supposedly turned to less influential deputies. He hoped to win their hearts with the support of his wife, Jean-Marie Roland. She hosted a political salon which served as a cover for managing a brothel. Unfortunately, we were not able to identify any deputies who could have taken advantage of the hospitality offered by Madame Roland in her charges. Nevertheless, the local residents confirmed the coaches full of men used to arrive at night to the given address. We do not know whether they really went there to discuss politics, but it does not seem probable. The charge of treason is based on the matter disclosed during the trial of Citizen Capet, the Iron Cabinet. Roland supposedly hurried to take some of the documents from the cabinet that could give him away. One of the participants of those events and minister's subordinate, Philippe Cote, has expressed his readiness to testify. Thanks to his ready wits, the destruction of documents concerning Louis himself was prevented. As if this were not enough, at the very last moment, Citizen Saint Just reported that in order to rise to full power, the Girondins were attempting to overthrow the convention by force. We have been notified that the members of this group worked actively to incite an uprising, which would allow them to take power in other parts of the country. Supposedly, the cities of Nantes and Niort were under serious threat of their activity, as the intensity of counter-revolutionary and monarchist moods have intensified. In light of these facts, the people of Paris, represented by Prosecutor Tinville, asked for this traitor to be sentenced to death immediately. Although we all know the defendant, please introduce yourself for the record. Jean-Marie Roland, Minister of the Interior and Deputy of the Convention.
You are no longer a minister, you traitor. I am innocent unless you are to prove my guilt. Cut the serpent's head off as fast as you can.
What happens if I lose their... Where is it? Risk of death, risk of being removed from office, risk of death, and risk of death. Lovely. Oh, that wouldn't make them too sad, actually. Acquittal would make them very upset. Okay, question time. It's a bunch of traps here. Brothel. Crime scene. Attempting to overthrow the convention. Accusation. Overthrowing the convention. Counter-revolution. Accused of treason, advocating monarchy and corruption. We have notified the members of this group worked actively to incite an uprising. Incite an uprising, counter-revolution. Treason, accusation. What is the other one? Advocating monarchy. Is that a thing? Brothel. Roland supposedly hurried to take some of the documents away. Hiding documents. Is that a trap? They have speculated the originator could have been Citizen Capet himself. I don't think we... Destruction of documents. Who is the trap? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hiding documents? I think it's hiding documents. No, Jean-Marie Roland. Jean-Marie Roland is the trap. Sorry, I'm like using my brain here. Counter-revolutionary attitudes. Counter-revolution. Contact with Citizen Capet. Counter-revolution. Questions to reveal 3. Hiding the motive. Destroying evidence. Accusation. Citizen Capet. Counter-revolution. Yeah, she was the trap. Okay, I got all the questions. There's a lot of things here. The investigators' findings suggest that the defendant's wife had a luxury brothel in which the corruption of the convention members could have taken place. That is complete nonsense and an insult. My wife is a respected woman of virtue who hosted a political salon. It was a place for great minds to meet and exchange their views on current affairs. My informants have confirmed the findings of the investigators. What a deceitful bastard this Roland is. What do I care about a few fools? If my wife had truly organized such orgies in the middle of Paris, you would not need secret informants to learn of it. This accusation is pure absurdity. So you have not bribed any politicians by offering these services? None. Besides, whom would I bribe and why? I have not a single enemy in politics.
The majority of the convention wish for your death by the guillotine, so maybe you should open your eyes and pay more attention. According to my information, this form of bribery was already responsible for winning you the support of Jean Debris and Brissot. This is nothing more than gossip and offensive to those statesmen.
You were accused of intending to destroy evidence against Citizen Capet.
That is foolishness and a matter of fiction. Do not believe a thing that rotten Cote has said. He was not inside my head to read my thoughts or intentions.
But he knew you rather well.
He was weak and too easily influenced, and now he seeks to avenge himself like a stray cat who dreams of being a lion. After all, the documents were submitted to the court, were they not? They were, but only because you had no luck and Citizen Cote returned too quickly. You did not expect it, and you became clumsy. And he's lying to us so boldly. How do you know that I did not intend to hand them over?
Call Felipe Cote to the court.
Please introduce yourself. I am Philip Cote. I work, or rather I used to work, for Minister Roland.
Can you state your position?
Not really. I just carried out assorted duties for the minister, putting documents in order, delivering messages, getting bribes.
What's he talking about?
He's revealing the minister's true face. Initially, I was unaware they were bribes. I only came to understand their meaning later.
How did the defendant behave when you caught him hiding documents?
He was angry, shouting that he had given me specific orders to wait outside the door and let nobody in.
But you showed a truly revolutionary disobedience to evil.
Without Cote, we'd have never caught the traitor.
I suspected there was a crime being committed in the room, and I could not shut my eyes to it. It is in France's best interest that her ministers are free of suspicion. Do you know anything about the minister's wife corrupting deputies of the convention?
Nothing for sure, but once I was ordered to take a prostitute named Giselle from the madam's facility right to the door of Deputy Pierre Vernegad's house. Do you need more evidence to sentence this treacherous couple to death? All Grinduns are wenchmongers.
What was the purpose of taking the woman there?
Does he really need to ask? This was not made clear to me. Nevertheless, I was told to bring her back later, and I can tell you she returned with a black eye and dried blood under her fingernails. I gave her my handkerchief.
Thank you for your courage. France is grateful to you. That's major guilty. Nope, nothing. They're honestly not too upset for the death penalty for this man. What was your role in the planned coup d'etat? Do you remember, citizen, that Louis Capet was found guilty of treason?
I do, of course. It would appear the proposals of corruption were the ideas of the deceased. There were no proposals, and if Louis considered something like this, I know nothing of it.
You were referring to him by his first name. Citizen Capet himself spoke warmly of you, mentioning your special relationship and cooperation.
Citizen Capet was my superior, and that was indeed the nature of our relationship. People in the corridors often said you could hardly let go of Capet's hand because you were kissing it so often. Why not just say you have happily sodomized the man?
I do not wish to offend the court.
This is not a court trial, but a scandal.
Did your wife also remain in contact with Citizen Capet?
She attended one or two of his banquets with me.
No traitor can ever stop themselves from consorting with aristocratic asses.
I would appreciate if Prosecutor Tinville could hold his tongue. Apart from these circumstances, my wife had no contact with Citizen Capet. She had no reason to talk to him.
Are you certain you know exactly what was happening in her brothel?
That's a good one. My wife is a decent woman. That's even better.
Citizens Herb and Robes, what do I need to do for the questions? What was the cover? Who is Cote? Did the defendant confess to the crime? I would like to return to one incident now which is not in the files. Do you recall how you visited me after the trial of Citizen Capet?
I do.
And do you also remember how you foretold my forthcoming doom, including a suggestion of my imminent death?
What a shameless rat! I would like to point out that I was in a state of agitation.
He threatened the judge with death?
And strangely enough, it was not even a few days later I was attacked in the street by strangers who stabbed me in my stomach.
I knew you were a despicable wretch, but I never suspected you were a murderer as well.
I refused to answer. Was this also a part of the plan to overthrow the convention? To kill the judge who could send you to the guillotine? I refuse to answer. I am innocent.
Citizens, what was your role in the planned coup d'etat?
None. I knew nothing of such plans, and if there really were any, I am ashamed of my fellow deputies. My informants say that Rolla not only participated in the plan, but he was also to lead the entire operation. I will punch your deceitful Jacobin face. Look how arrogant he is. You do not like us all that much, do you? You want me to kill me because I stand in your way to power. What in that would make me like you?
You're giving us reasons to find you guilty.
Even we ministers have our limits. We have honor that this charlatan wishes to blacken.
As a minister of the interior, should you not have been aware of the treacherous plans of your colleagues from the convention? A word or two to the right person should have been enough to solve the problem.
Answer, you bastard. I have nothing else to add on the matter.
Citizens Herbert and Robespierre testified you offered them a bribe for softening the course of our foreign policy. Is that true?
Of course not. As the Minister of Interior, it would not have been no benefit to me.
That depends on what Citizen Capet expected of you.
If I had talked the convention into peace negotiations, the people would think it was all over. They would be thrown off guard and enemy agents would slip through the borders more easily. This would have added considerable difficulty to my work. The defendant is instead suggesting the possible motif for his actions. That is exactly what a traitor would want. A greater number of enemy spies destroying France. Traitor! More spies would mean more money from the Austrians. Be quiet, you cacophonous dolt! Thanks to my work, the Urbers were able to carry out what their wars without worrying about what the country falling beneath their Arthurian boots. Silence!
Bad judge.
Oh, man. Just when I got everything back up.
Verdict is prison. Why would they be less sad with the death penalty? Prison. Did the defendant confess to his crime? No. Who was Cote? The defendant's subordinate. What was the cover? A political salon. I'm never going against the jury again because that was horrible last time. Jean-Marie Roland is sentenced to prison.
Are you not taking this case too lightly? Bullshit! You expect us to accept this?
I mean, you kind of did. Oh, I didn't check the thing. It changed.
He's sad that I sad that I didn't. Whatever.
Support construction of the statue. Gonna go down a bit, it's whatever. I know I lose it. It's okay. It's not gone forever, it's just a little bit of a setback. Oh no, leave me alone, please. Support everyone. Yeah, yep. Muscandins. They interfere with your business and that of your enemies by stirring up crowds in the sections. locked. I have 7 influence. Roland's in jail. Weighted character will have a better starting attitude towards you. Click to confirm. I don't know what that did though, I just... %. Stuck. At least I have the hammer section. Slowly discovering that guy. I am surprised this is still Act 1. Like, good golly. It seems the revolution is losing its breath. The situation is slipping out of the convention's control, and they think that we will clean up their mess once they have finished. Dear judges of the Revolutionary Tribunal, every day the enemies of the Republic become greater in number. We are making an effort to weaken the traitors, but if we are to succeed, the Tribunal must be faster and more decisive. No more shall we sentence people to prison. Enough with prolonged trials. Whenever you approach a straightforward and obvious case, the instigators will shorten the files, and according to Law 22 of Prial, you, the judges, will be able to sentence the accused immediately after identifying them. No trial necessary. What are we going to decapitate people in droves now? Traitors and enemies of the Republic. But of course. Today we have several minor cases to deal with. The Roland thugs executed the assassination attempt. Patch paid for it. I still do not know who planned it though. My reputation's -2. That's not too bad. The hierarchy, Patch, and Danton. An attorney himself? No, he knows the law as well as the tribunal's judges. This fact is considered to be many to be the only thing keeping him alive in light of numerous accusations of corruption and treason against him. Even more important is his ability to deliver fiery speeches that result in the dismissal of all potential charges. His rivalry with Robespierre has become the talk of the town, and their official relations are often referred to as harsh friendship. The mayor of Paris, an outspoken supporter of the Girondins, he achieved his status by slowly climbing the career ladder to the sound of wildly spinning moral compass. He does not shy away from gambling and engages in any profitable venture presented to him. For a share of profits, he would befriend the devil himself. Notifications. Decide the fate of each defendant with care. You will not be able to take any decision back. Pay attention to who supports the defendant. 70-year-old Gerald Lucy cheated on his wife with a prostitute. Furthermore, to make sure he'd managed to spend 25 francs on a potion made from cat blood. He told that Frasiac told me and it asked, and it worked. We learned from an informant that the son-in-law of General Evard Grandjean has been appointed to lead the Department of Supply in the occult military. Before he met the general's daughter, he used to help his parents at their tavern in the... What is this crime here? A young, wealthy merchant drove his cabriolet into a storefront. Several customers inside the shop were injured. The culprit did not try to run away. He was so drunk that he lost consciousness right after the incident. 2 sergeants, Gregory Chom and Lucian Sharp, have been stealing gunpowder from military warehouses. Whenever they manage to get a hold of a pass, they sell the stolen goods to hunters and bandits. Lucas Rapace and Brunzo Bonnet broke into the house of Marquis de Rover, tied his butler to a chair, and beat him for a few hours in an effort to make him tell them where his master was hiding the gold. When they realized he wouldn't talk, they took cutlery from the kitchen and ran away. 18-year-old Sylvian Beau and his younger brother Fabian used to spend their evenings looking for well-dressed women whom they would drag into dark alleys, beat up, and rob. Okay. Signature. I feel that's a pretty good growth overall. I'm content with that. Thank you. Even the least powerful deserve justice. I guess we really are just rapid fire executing now. You notice a woman about the same age as your wife standing in front of the court. She intercepts you the moment she sees you, and for the next few minutes you listen to a story about a husband who sells family heirlooms and drinks away their last francs. Of course, their children are starving. Nothing surprises you until the woman concludes her story by asking you to send her husband to prison. She promises to testify whatever is necessary as long as he ends up in a cell. Threaten him with prison. It's hard to say whether the man was more scared by the sight of an armed guard or his wife reciting a litany of sufferings. He should not cause harm for some time, and if he reaches for the bottle, you will have to be prepared to take a beating from your bruisers. Crazy that I got bruisers. What do you have on Posh? Like many others, he was profiting from the Roland's house. When you cut them off, it was decided that Posh would arrange your assassination. The mayor has strong allies, Danton being one of them, so we simply cannot attack him. We need to target his family. Pardon? I heard rumors that his daughter is in a relationship that many would consider unacceptable. She is involved with another woman, and moreover, the lady consorts with Muscadins. If you use that knowledge, Posh will begin to make mistakes, terrified that the scandal could be brought to light. His allies will notice and lose faith in him. Will that be enough? Only if you gain his trust first. He must be convinced you know nothing about his involvement in the attempted assassination. I have a plan, but first we need to do something about the house taken over by the Rolands. Why is that? Posh loves gambling. Evening stroll. Let's do the violin. Keep them up and happy. Got another piece of them. Clement Renard. It was Renard all along. An agent cried his superior's surname just before he died. Renard. Once you reveal this information, his people will struggle to stay on the streets of Paris. Is there anything to gain from silence, then? This will surely be a commotion in the city. People would start hunting the hidden traitors. Maybe real power stemmed from a battle, but not from a silent alliance. In 3 days, officials will come to assess the progress made on the monument. Try your best to impress them. Oh boy. Scout that. Renard. The eminence Gris of Paris, ruling over the city's trade and involved in any and all profitable ventures. He suppresses all dissent as evidenced by the incident with the stall of Alexis Fideli's father. A member of the aristocracy, he retired from public life after the outburst of the revolution. No one is quite sure what his motives are, except for multiplying his fortune. Intrigue. The assassins who tried to take your life must have been paid by someone, and everything points to the mayor of Paris. He is too cautious to let you attack him. You must catch him off guard. I need 6 for a bonus. That's not happening. Decide who will manage the seized brothel. Pash likes to gamble and flaunt his money. We should expand the brothel's activities to include games of card and dice. I know how much you like the latter. Commander Harriet will feel responsible. If you want to lure Pash, you must do so with class. The brothel taken from Roland would be the perfect trap, but we still have to make it even more luxurious by adding gambling to the range of attractions. Dice, for example. As an artist, David will surely add a certain extravagance that will tempt even an idler like Pash. Yep, David. He's been there since day one. I believe in him. Go home. I'd say the statue's coming along nicely. I can't do anything. A and A. Maintain positive relationship with your family for 10 days. That's how it's done. I'm a family man. To Alexis Fidele. I have been told that you wish to have an urgent meeting and talk about the suspects of your attempted assassination. I am more than happy to discuss it. Only one influence. Why do I only have one influence? Is it you? In part, it's you. Oh, bad judge, that's why. Okay, before I do this case, I'm going to be right back, stretch my legs, refill my water. Be back in like 5 minutes, give or take, and we are going to hold trial for our grandma. Be back shortly. Alrighty, we are back. Hello, hello. I'm gonna feel really bad about this case, I have a feeling. Okay. Accused of murder and witchcraft. Oh, maybe I won't feel bad. Let me get some water. In the last 2 weeks, 3 female tenants of the same tenement, Blandin Cartier, Abelin Mace, and Eugene Marie, died. Their tragic demise has been preceded by same dreadful symptoms: vomiting blood, convulsion, migraines, and severe muscle pain. The neighbors complained that they have suffered several sleepless nights because of their screams. The victims' husbands have, after the fact, found out that their wives were clients of a certain Marie Laure Thibault who lives across the street. At home, they found the same powder cases, lip rogue jars, and other suspicious cosmetic projects purchased from Thibault. Jean Mace brought all of them to the National Guard, along with a denunciation of Widow Thibault, whom he had accused of witchcraft. In the neighborhood, she is known as a resourceful elderly woman. At the age of 74, she still makes a living by selling blacking rogue and other mixtures supposed to enhance female beauty. Although she rarely left her house, her clients recommended her products to their friends, who then visited her. The elderly woman did not resist when 3 soldiers arrested her. As she is visually impaired, she did not realize she was talking to the National Guard, and it was only when the men walked her from the apartment she stopped to ask them about the products they wanted to buy. The soldiers informed the investigating officers about the suspicious jars filled with blood and bones they saw on the shelves. I am not one to believe in witchcraft, however, these deaths do not strike me as natural. Are you Marie Leroux Thibault?
Yes, dear.
Do you live alone?
My husband never returned from the war in 1762. The former king sent him to Portugal, where...
Were you somehow involved in the deaths of Blandine Cartier, Abelin Mace, and Eugene Marie?
I would never hurt such good women.
And yet all your clients, they are all your clients, and they are all dead. She poisoned them like she's poisoning us all. Okay. As a citizen who is obedient to the revolution, I feel obliged to report that Thibault, a widow living in our neighborhood, practices harmful witchcraft. 3 hardworking citizens of Paris have died in agony due to the woman's magic and potions. All the neighbors know is that her devilish wrongdoings have been their cause. Acquittal or death penalty. Oh boy, okay. Cosmetics. Nope. She is accused of witchcraft. So let's get the easy one out of the way. You're accused of witchcraft. Not even an accusation. Okay. Poor eyesight. Poor eyesight is that. Neighbors are the victims. Although she rarely left her clients, recommended her products. She was visually impaired. Testimony. Method. Victim? Okay. Long, painful death and popular products. Method. Okay. What did you sell to citizens Courtier, Mace, and Marais?
A bit of this and that. Who would remember the details?
If you want to be freed from this court, you had better start remembering.
I am sure they bought powder. Every woman buys powder to be as pale as a countess.
Many women bought it.
Over the years, probably hundreds. I've nearly rubbed my hands to the bone mixing it.
Dear God, we're lucky they caught her.
Do you have many clients?
Not right now, dear, no. The guards won't let them into my cell.
Stop mocking the court. Do many women buy your powders?
If they didn't, I wouldn't be able to afford butter. Many women visit me.
Have they ever complained about your products?
Never, dear. They always came back for more and gladly left their hard-earned money in my hands.
Do they really always come back?
Well, some did, some didn't.
I suppose some of them just died and nobody could ascertain why. She had it coming! How exactly do you prepare your cosmetics?
Oh, you know, one way or another. My grandmother left me a thick notebook full of recipes. Sadly, I could read less and less. Not a single word in 15 years, I think. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
Then how do you mix your products?
I remember everything that's written in there. I don't need to read it.
Need I repeat myself? I asked exactly how you prepare your cosmetics.
I will tell you as if it were at convention. The face powder is no secret. You have to mix white lead with chalk. Lead is good, it purifies. You need strength to crush it, but I'm still able to do it. I'm used to it. I've been working my whole life.
To the point, please.
Lip rouge is a mixture of wax and carmine with a dash of spirit. Oh, how beautiful the red lips of women are who use it. The pigment isn't easy to make, but I have my methods. You cook a lizard or use the blood of a hedgehog, rat, or bat. You also add a bit of sulfur to make the color more durable.
Bat's blood and sulfur? She's producing devilish potions, not cosmetics.
I think she's innocent. Maybe she's dumb. She doesn't deserve to die for this. It was not counter-revolutionary. What were they buying? Powder. She was calm.
Marie LaRue Thibault, I hereby declare you not guilty of the accused crimes. Let me put emphasis on the fact that citizens of an enlightened France should not lower themselves to accusations of witchcraft. She may not be a witch, but without a doubt she poisoned those women.
Hi, Aldo. How are you?
I could tell she's a witch.
She was not calm. Oh, during their arrest. Whoops. My family will be happy with me.
It is good to finally meet you in person.
I am truly sorry that you had to face such terror. If I only knew the bastard behind that despicable crime.
Welcome in.
Oh, this is so many things.
Oh, I'm gonna fail this. How are you, Mr. Jordan? Assassination, searching for perpetrators. Aggression, only punch can help. Moral principles must win. The brothel we're handing over. Perfect argument, strong, strong, perfect, strong.
Commence persuasion.
I promised myself I would get the people who wanted to kill me. Who was it that dared? I will feed the guillotine with their blood.
It is absolutely understandable that you wish to get them.
Welcome to We the Revolution, though. It's you play as a judge during the French Revolution. gives me strong Papers, Please vibes. I've been loving it so far.
Who else, if not the mayor of this magnificent city, could restore peace and order here? You are the only one who can stop the brutality that I have fallen victim to in the streets.
I feel flattered by the fact that you see me as such an enlightened defender of the city.
The future of this country will be determined by our fortitude. And do we deserve to be praised by the people if we remain indifferent to their lamentations? These assassins are a threat to all inhabitants. Madame Roland's facility needs reliable managers. Otherwise, it might be used for wicked purposes, or even turned against us. And if I could share the profits with you...
Looking for a friend.
Do me the honor of acknowledging our friendship and alliance. Together we will find the assassins and make Paris a more peaceful place.
Paris.
I will accept your hand, because this alliance will make a better life for us and all Parisians.
Satisfied. Reputation and the revolutionary's endorsement. +6, that's huge. My dad's happy I made him innocent. Oh, they're all happy? Dinner with friends, the convention, work on tomorrow's trial. Evening with grandfather. Sit down with your father and listen to stories of the bygone. We gotta raise him a little bit. Oh, that was almost perfect. Is that gonna go down a lot? Nope. Good. Evening with the grandfather worked out very well. Did you beat him up? Brute versus brute. Lure enemy agents. You're still down for the count. Increase influence over the district. I would love to get that voting section. He's still down. I'm getting the influence point though, which is nice. We have 2 intrigue points. It's time for Punch to get a taste of victory and good tobacco. All the newly crafted den he felt safe. Or, before we act, David must confirm the nature of the relationship with the mayor's daughter. The mayor's daughter has with Beatrice Caron. If they're having an affair, Posh will be furious, and you will help to make him make that one mistake we need so much. Diplomacy, force, or espionage. David's presence should not raise any suspicions. %80 chance of success. Okay, close. My residence, spend time with the family. Randomly choose one special family action. Awesome. That should be good, I think. I need to stop getting frickin' bruisers though, dude. There's just time after time. I can't catch a break. We're still on Act 1. It's crazy. -2 aristocrats. Oh, are we still have the minister's wife fled? That's why. Okay. Oh man, I thought I was gonna have a single case file. Andre Modesti. Defection, attempted murder, treason. In the dock sits Michael Trendowski of Poland. A 44-year-old deserter for reasons unknown abandoned his troops and left them fighting against the forces of Catherine II. He crossed the French border and moved to Paris, and we believe he intended to commit a politically motivated murder in the convention. His intentions behind the assault are not clear, although witnesses suggest the attack was aimed at Maximilien Robespierre. Trendowski managed to join a session in the convention and somehow was even able to carry a dagger inside. The attack took place in the corridor during a break. The Pole reached for the knife and jumped at Robespierre. There's no doubt the attack would have tragically ended if not for Cecile de Jars, an associate of the target. His hand was injured during the scuffle, but his sacrifice allowed other people to restrain the madman. Michael Trendowski was detained by guard and brought behind the court, where he will have to answer for attempted political assassination, which is equivalent to acting against France. Trendowski served for some time in the Revolutionary Army. We managed to find his superiors, who praised him for his impeccable service and honorable attitude. We also talked to his comrades, and they claimed the defendant deeply missed his homeland and constantly worried about its future. Evidence: a blood-stained dagger. Show them that France will cut off every foreign hand that dares threaten its leaders. Name, surname, and occupation: Michael Trendowski. I'm a soldier. I served in the French army. Do you come from Poland? Yes, many of us serve in your army. We don't need soldiers like him. Oh, wait until you see the Prussian bayonets. Do you really think you can defend France? You were not even able to defend your own country. Do you wish to find out? I challenge you to a duel with sabers. Silence!
Okay.
Maximilien Robespierre. Okay, In's bloody dagger, instrument of crime. Cecile de Jars was a witness. And a method. Attempted political assassination. Motive. Method. Impeccable service. Personality. Pining for Poland was that? Yeah. Motive. Got all the questions that I need. Are you aware you attempted to carry out a political assassination? Yes, and I don't regret a thing. I am ready to accept the consequences of my deed. Do you have anything to say to defend your actions? Don't waste your time on them. I didn't come here to defend myself. I came to say before everyone in this room that Europe sits idly by while my country is dying. It's all that I can do now. Do you believe that the death of Robespierre would have improved the situation of Poland? I think you want revenge, but are too much of a coward to attack the Russians or Prussians. Did the defendant confess? Yes. Was his act counter-revolutionary? Yes. How did the defendant's superiors evaluate his service? Did you know Cecile de Jars prior to the incident? No, I saw him for the first time when he stood in my way. And you struck anyway, aiming at an innocent man. He stood in my way. Sorry, I say hi to my grandpa who just got home. Beast! Savage! Do I even need to do anything else? Your comrades testified your military servant was without fault. Why ruin such a perfect career? I would sacrifice not only my career, but my life for my beloved Commonwealth. And you will soon enough! Did you take an oath to serve the Republic? No oath is superior to the one sworn to your country. I really don't need anything else. That's pretty set in stone. It's pretty self-explanatory. Lucille Picard, the widow of a cobbler, told a creditor who came to collect money in the past they'd skin a person, but at least they wouldn't chop Told a creditor who came to collect money in the past they'd skin a person, but at least they wouldn't chop everyone else. When the man asked if she... Renee Goplin, a municipal official, demanded a bribe from a flower merchant for a good at the market. When the merchant daughter came with the money, he locked the door. Oh, yeah, you're gone. A tavern keeper has been accused of adding dried conifer needles to his sausage. The truth came out when one of his clients noticed they tasted strange. The enraged tugged him off a stool and threw him out of the building. That's just being a POS, but not like anything horrible. I have pretty good standing with everyone right now. I can't wait to lose it by speaking at this guy's... He did confess. Yes, it was kind of... It was without fault. Perfectly fill in a report 5 times. I sentenced citizen Michael Tredowski to the guillotine. We will all sleep better.
That's what happens to traitors and deserters.
Next. Are we speaking at the guillotine? Yeah, let's try. Crime. Bullheaded. Revolution. Crime. Defendant. Careless. Revolution. Humility. Weak, strong, perfect. Okay. Them spoke about Spendthroke through your mouth. She calls out justice, and we shall hear her voice. Oh, they hated that. They hated that. Carelessness. Come, let the accused have a word with the guillotine. Humility. Citizens, we must return to work so we may build our new France for the nation. -1 reputation. Could have been worse. Poland has not perished yet. I felt like that would have been one of the easier ones, but maybe not. Uh-oh, what is happening? Oh, David saw. Sneaky David. Sneaky David.
They are lovers, yes. The mayor's daughter and Beatrice.
Are you sure?
More than sure, Alexei. Do you really think that attacking his family is a good idea?
Oh, I don't want to lose David.
That was easy. Showing a scrap of my vulnerable underbelly and some shiny coins were more than enough to make him believe in our friendship. He is like an animal being led to the slaughter. I will slaughter my friend. And he will not even notice the knife.
My family's probably going to be mad at me because I gambled tonight. Oh.
Designed with class. Congratulations.
This actually startled me.
Thank you. I entrusted the decor to Jacques-Louis David's care. He is an artiste.
Yes. I heard that you were friends and political allies. Shall we play?
Defeat your opponent by achieving the best score possible. Losing may damage your reputation. The game lasts 5 turns and the player with the highest total score wins. Roll 6 dice and hope for the best. Get your opponent drunk to reduce their chances of winning. Drinking also lets you reroll more dice. If you're unhappy with your score, you can re-roll the dice 3 times during the whole game. Gain points for rolling dice with identical values. The higher the number on the dice, the better your score. I'm going to keep that. Opponent's turn. 100 right off the bat, that's easy. Roll the dice. Oh, that's a good hand. 280. Not that good for you. We'll keep it, we'll keep it. One bad hand isn't that... It's okay. That's not good. Roll the dice.
4 6s!
Keep the hand. I legitimately don't think he can win. Even with that. Not re-rolling or anything, I'm just locking it in. There's no score that you can get that's gonna beat that naturally. Do not care. Cool.
I assumed that you would let me win to gain my trust. I am pleased to be mistaken from time to time.
Too happy with that, are they? Nobody felt like staying up late, waiting for you to drag your half-drunk self back home. Oh no, my son's going down. Oh no. I lost his bonus. Won, thankfully. Why is there so many things, dude? Enemy agents here. Waste the district. I feel like I'm doing this all wrong, but it's really all I can do. Both were a success. Arresting Beatrice Caron. Henriette's guards will waylay the mayor's daughter and her lover at their usual rendezvous. Beatrice will be arrested and wait for what happens next in isolation. We will no longer have any use for Marie. Tell Harriet to arrest her in an alley on her way to meet Mary quietly. What? Henriette will make a show, let every neighbor know that we want to arrest the traitor. Henriette will arrest her before she leaves to see Marie, politely and respecting her rights. What's the original plan here? Time for punch to get a taste of victory. Then he felt safe. Force. 60% chance. I'm taking a gamble there. Last time that really screwed me, but
We'll see what happens.
okay, so we have 20%. Your residence. Facilitate the persuasions. Persuaded character will have a better standing, starting attitude towards you. I really don't know what that does, but, you know, it's okay. Man, this is going on for a while. Day 18. I wonder how long Act 3 is. Or Act 1 is.
Today we only have several minor cases to deal with.
Oh, okay. Thank you. White lies. Your father defended the tribunal's honor during a debate at Café Proc. For papa. Oh, for papa. Monsieur Pochard, and me. Thanks, Dad. Did lose one of that. It's whatever. Verdict form. Emilian Bazalgette, a war invalid and beggar, was caught trying to persuade a little girl to go to a cellar. He tried to escape the guard and accidentally scared a horse. Yeah, death. 3 young aristocrats, Malderette, Gilbert Boisselet, and Luc Lepsis, almost drank themselves on a stupor. Being in a state of intoxication, they dug up a fresh grave, dragged out the corpse of a convict, threw him on the cart, and rode around. Look, he's lost his head for the revolution. It's okay. 1. Albion Maurice used a thick stick to beat Blaise Celier, who was working on her fish stall. According to witnesses, the ruthless blows were punishment for... yeah. The salt merchant Oliver Petre ordered some special empty weights, which he used to weigh salt. His customers lost 50 grams each kilo they bought. He was not only tricking, but also committing fiscal fraud. Nathan Popolin, who manages prostitutes at a place, brutally beat up a client of one of his employees. After he was detained, he testified that the victim did things he did not pay for. The laundress, Corinne Chardin, killed her neighbor with a kitchen knife. The tragedy took place in the apartment. She claims Chardin had attacked her, but there are neither there to prove it. Okay. I probably made some really bad people there. Innocent. But it worked out overall. Thank you. Even the least powerful deserve justice. Yeah. Where would you like to go? Go well. Raise the orphanage. Make everybody happy. Awesome. Fortunately, he is now stuck there. Now, the statue has reached another level of development. You can now seize another building. Cannot afford... oh boy, hold on. What is this? I'll look at him momentarily. Oh, intrigue. Success. We must convince her to sign a document stating she is an Austrian spy, that Jean-Nicolas Pache was her source, and she reached him through his daughter.
Why the hell have I been kidnapped and tied to a chair? There are many whores in Paris willing to play that game with you, so Judge, will you answer me? Or do you want me to watch you playing with yourself, you dirty old man? Nothing?
I almost spit my water out on that
I've
one.
heard that someone's been trying to kill you. And now you've been promoted to the elite group of murderers, the princes of the guillotine. Congratulations.
I never asked to be admitted to the club, but I did not get there accidentally either.
Yes, I can imagine you need a special something for that. Ah, that sparkle of masculine madness in your eyes.
You have to sign this document.
Is that a story? Any interesting turning points?
Treason and spying for Austria, carried out by you and the mayor of Paris.
Such an exaggerated drama. It won't sell.
I have to convince her with a speech, is that it? Attached. Humility. What do we need? She's withdrawn. What will she get out of it? Aggression. France will not accept the union of two women. No opinion. Humility. Manipulation, manipulation. Horrible, horrible, weak.
This document will bear your signature one way or another.
Perhaps my irony wasn't clear enough. I have no intention of signing any documents, so you can stuff that somewhere uncomfortable. You can't force me.
Humility is weak. Why she should sign?
Your freedom is only a signature away. Why not do it? The mayor will feel the consequences of the document considerably more than you.
A medium argument. Perfect
You
manipulation.
love Marie, yes? Then I will give you a choice. Do I guillotine her or her father? I do not care which of them dies, as long as that family pays for the assassination attempt on me.
What will she get out of it?
When things calm down, it will be like nothing ever happened. Sometimes you must suffer to save yourself, to save a loved one.
Do I look like someone who is terribly concerned about their own life or other people's opinions?
France will not accept the manipulation.
America is a good place for you. It is a new world and not fully formed yet. Here, the people understand freedom only within the limits of their imagination.
And you are just and forgiving? Do you understand us? France is a man. You will never feel our pain. You are monsters. All of you.
Failed. I succeeded? I succeeded? Maybe because I made her doubtful. Even with the document signed by Beatrice, we still do not have a complete hold on the mayor. He could still ask his silver-tongued friend Danton for help. Ponch needs to be entirely alone. If we do not convince Danton to take our side, we will lose. Fine. Convince. This is gonna be great. Hi, Mr. Danton. I am sure you're going to explain why you've called me at such a late hour, especially when it is pouring outside. Punch may be involved in the assassination attempt of a judge. Aggression. The judge of a tribunal is a safer bet. I know about your alliance with Posh. Punch is collaborating with an enemy of the state. Perfect, 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 strong. I know about your alliance with Posh. Do not anger me by further trying to deny it. You are overestimating the value of that knowledge. Are you now interested in political allies between deputies? I have a testimony that says Posh is an Estrian spy. We will pressure him into disclosing the name of his allies. That way he will avoid decapitation. His accomplices will not. I am listening. There is also a suspicion bordering on certainty that Ponch arranged my attempted assassination. He will pay for his crime, but his allies will get a choice, and if they do not choose the path of redemption, they will die. Ponch cannot be saved, but you can. Do not let them decapitate you because of him. An alliance with the person in charge of the guillotine would strongly decrease the risk you are facing.
You are right. My acquaintance with Posh is quite the burden. I will do gladly as you please. I need to know what you and Posh were plotting. It was regarding the Pont de la Revolution. The bridges the builders are not able to finish? It has not been finished because the mayor and I have been obstructing the process. Whoa.
Danton told me everything. The construction of that bridge was Robespierre's idea. He wanted to gain the people's support, but there was more to it. His success would weaken the position of Danton, who was secretly against it. So Danton made a deal with the mayor of Paris. The latter was responsible for delaying the construction. Posh must have the documents that prove Danton's guilt, but he will not bring them to me if I do not persuade him. There is only one thing I can do.
And that is... arresting the mayor. I did lose one reputation. It happens, though. Visit the main section. Printing house enables actions against the Muscadins and the patrol. Actions granted by this building will facilitate your work at the court. Hideout will help your agents operate more efficiently in Paris. Hideout. Yep, definitely take the hideout. I can try and convince them. Arresting this man was a simple misunderstanding. The woman you were arrested for is working for me. Imprisoning him is a crime against the revolution. You should look for the real criminals. Weak, perfect. Okay. Thank goodness it was you, not some other lads itching to advance to the ranks of the guard. We are going to solve this misunderstanding post-haste. What a lark. I must be going deaf. Arresting a spy is now a misunderstanding. You have captured an associate of the Revolutionary Tribunal. Oh, they hated that. They hated that. Your actions reek of treason. Think twice before you decide to stand against me. We have real traitors out there. Root them out and do not be discouraged by failures such as this, although in your next endeavors do try to avoid persecuting my agents. I get the impression you aren't telling us the whole story. I don't know what business YouTube... because I did the bad one. Does it... Okay, I don't get punished for that, though. That's good. I almost had it. I got a little cocky. What is the point of going gambling? Like, why would I want to go to the den? Good morning. Citizen Posh has asked to see you urgently. He must know. That remains to be seen. Lead the way.
Danton, you traitor! How could you?
Hello, Posh.
Fidel, thank you for coming at such a short notice. Danton betrayed me. Danton, we used to be allies. I asked for his help, but he never came. You did.
We are friends, Sean.
I must destroy him. Make him pay. We must.
How did he get here? Where's the proof? What proof does he have of Danton's misdeeds? You can trust me. Strong, perfect, perfect, strong.
I don't understand. What did they accuse you of? You, of all people, when everyone knows that Paris blooms under your direction.
Apparently, I betrayed France. I am not a saint, I know, but treason? And who is accusing me? That political whore, Danton? I do not know for sure, but I can feel that he was involved in those accusations.
If Danton made this attack, he must have fabricated evidence against you. We need to have something to fight back. What proof of his misdeeds do you have?
I cannot do it anymore. I no longer have the strength to fight it. The whole revolution, the never-ending plots, it is impossible for me to trust anyone. Except you. I do not understand anything anymore.
Once the trial begins, your fate will be set. If there is any evidence for treason, the accused cannot be saved. I can, however, make sure that evidence will never be disclosed. But to do that, I need to have proof of Danton's misdeeds. That is the only way. Where do you keep it, Jean? Jean, listen to the voice of reason. Every minute brings you closer to death, and there is nothing you can do while imprisoned here. I am offering help. Take it.
Really? You will help me? I did something horrible in the past. Someone forced me to do it, and now I am filled with regrets. I will owe you an enormous debt. All proof against Danton is hidden in a safe in my office. Ask my assistant for the key.
Thank you, Posh. I know what to do with it.
No, thank you. I misjudged you, Fidel. You are a true friend.
Now I have to decide who to go after,
Of course,
Danton
Jean.
or
Of course.
Jean, don't I? I'm maxed for the whatchamacallit now. That's good. Very high, very high. Influence is still down a little bit. It happens. Charles Etienne. Murder, desecration of a corpse, and fraud. Lucas Adnet, a craftsman and single father of 2 daughters, has been accused of murder and defiling a dead body. The case was brought to our attention thanks to a denunciation made by a fellow citizen. Sorry. It's like, I thought I saw something in the camera while coughing. During an evening reception, a doctor of medical sciences, Jean-Jolt Gamont, was delighted with the beautifully made tableware. The physician asked the hosts for the manufacturer's address and visited him the following day in his workshop. When looking at Lucas Adnet's samples of cutlery with bone handles, he noticed a cleaver with a long handle that disturbingly the physician recognized as human bone. Gamont bid Adnet farewell and headed to the nearest National Guard station to make a denunciation. During the search, they found bones in a shed, sorted by size in wooden boxes. The stench was difficult to bear, even for the most seasoned officers. The only information revealed during the investigation was that Adnet had bought the bones at a street market from the trader Claudine Plouffe. Doctors brought in from Salpetriere Hospital prepared a bone inspection report in the case file. The report created the findings near Lucas Adnet's workshop has vexed us deeply. We discovered both human and animal bones. Despite our best efforts, we are not able to find a complete skeleton. The boxes contain 2 jawbones, 2 pelvic pieces, several tibias, and ephemeral bones of various sizes. We estimate they belong to 4 or 5 people. Oh my god. Are you the craftsman Lucas Adnet? Indeed, sir. The term is Monsieur le Juge. I apologize. Yes, Monsieur le Juge. I have been producing cutlery for at least 10 years. Are you aware there are human bones in your workshop?
Not at all, Monsieur le Juge. I only looked for quality. I am not a doctor.
What do you mean by quality?
That the bones are not fragile or cracked.
Bet he knows how to use a knife to make sure the bones are intact. He must strangle or drown them.
So you must know which bones best suit your needs.
Some suit them, some do not, Monsieur le Juge. I usually buy cow bones in the market. Pig bones are worse, but a boar will do.
Father of 2 daughters. Shed is the crime scene. Evening reception. I bought the bones at a street market. Contain 2 jawbones. I'm seeing wooden boxes or cutlery with bone handles. All questions unlocked. Awesome. Citizen Oddnet, are you raising 2 daughters by yourself?
Yes, I am, but sometimes my sister helps me.
What happened to their mother?
She drowned when my youngest was 2 years old.
Where was she buried?
Nowhere. The body was never found.
He used her to make forks! Did the girls attend school?
I don't trust schools. They teach nothing of use.
What about learning to read and write?
Anything that's useful in life, I can teach them myself.
You claim to have bought human jawbones at a street market.
Yes, Monsieur le Juge,
I will give you the chance to be honest with me. Whose bones did you store in your shed, and where did you get them?
Pardon? I bought them at a street market in the 6th section.
Liar!
How do the vendors store the bones? In wooden boxes like those used for vegetables.
They are rather small. A whole human jaw would surely not fit inside one.
You will not admit your guilt? All I ever wanted was to make a beautiful cutlery, beautiful and with a soul.
Call in Dr. Gaumont. How did you recognize a human bone in the workshop?
It was a tibia. An untrained eye could mistake it for an animal bone, but they differ in thickness and shape. Excuse the simplification, but the human tibia has a more triangular cross-section. And you had no doubts? Monsieur le Juge, I have seen enough bones in my life. This one could have well been my own.
Was it old?
Are you asking about the time of its owner's death? It's hard to say, given that the bone had been carved. Could you attempt an estimation? It is important. If I were to guess, I'd say that an old bone, one taken from a grave, would not be good carving material. It would be too brittle and yellowed.
Are you sure?
I never dug up a corpse, so I can only repeat what my intuition tells me.
Did he confess? Was it counter-revolutionary? No. According to the defendant, what kind of bones did he buy in the market? Cow bones. Do you keep all the bones in the shed?
Most of them.
Why there, of all places?
Bones are best stored where maggots can eat away the flesh and fat. They squeeze through the hoards and lay eggs, and then their larvae feast. Maggots are real gluttons. They, flies.
Freak! So you're saying that the bones you brought in were still covered in flesh?
Usually, yes. Fresh ones are easier to carve. They're soft, delicate.
Were you not bothered by the stench?
On the contrary, the smell represents both life and death. Sometimes at night I would come to the shed
to smell the rotting meat.
Decay is a fascinating process. On dead flesh, insects lay eggs, then hatch, then grow. Life doesn't end, but turns into more life. I like to watch it.
Does it give you pleasure?
Yes, I guess that's how a gardener feels.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I need. I'm sorry, that's all I need.
This man's a serial killer.
No, was not counter-revolutionary nature. Cowbones. That's freaking weird. The evidence leaves no margin for doubt. Lucas Adnet, I sentence you to the guillotine. That is too mild a punishment. Feed his bones to pigs! Next. I'm not going to say anything at this speech. I'm not going to speak at this. Skip the speech. Who will take care of my daughters, you murderers and rapists? That's right, that's what you are. You're his sister. The sister will, because you're definitely a serial killer. A calm and collected serial killer who just was good. What a time to tune in. Hi, Stellar. Welcome to Paris. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Construction of the statue. Nobody's going to be happy, but it's okay. We are a judge during the revolution. We are doing what I think is best for Paris. I'm sure you would agree. Oh, it's a riot up in here. It's a riot up in here. This looks interesting. It is a very fun game, I must say. Intrigue. Beatrice Karam, blackmailer. Assassin, what? Yes? What do you want me to do? Day 5. You bugged? Do I have to do something here first? Hideout. Calm the crowd, lowers the fervor, grant immunity. No. My residence. I don't want to do anything yet because I don't know. Okay, it was just bugged. A perfect intrigue. Thank you. Beatrice was able to escape the guards and send a message to Marie Pache. She told her to be at Rue Saint-Marc with the money to compensate for the damage done by their relationship. We must intervene. Beatrice turned out to be unreasonable. Instead of saving her life and running to the other side of Europe, she remained in Paris to engage in blackmail. She is extorting money from a person she was supposed to love. The entire plan will collapse if she talks about the testimony. Go with the guards.
Are you going to kill me now? Will you arrest me only because I was somebody's mistake? Because someone treated me like a possible source of income and nothing more? What does your heart tell you, Monsieur le Juge?
I did not see that coming.
Come, Marie. It will be like it never happened, I promise.
I did not expect that. I should have sent the guards alone. Now I have... Oh, Jesus. So basically, Stellar, what's going on right now? So the French Revolution's happening. They tried to... This guy, that guy in the top right, that's the mayor of Paris. I'm acting all buddy-buddy with him. I got him arrested. He tried to have me assassinated. I got shanked in the gut, got rescued by some people. That's his daughter, who was a lesbian, which back then, very bad. We arrested the girlfriend and convinced her to sign a paper saying she was a spy and worked with the mayor. But then the girlfriend is blackmailing the mayor's daughter, and so I could have either went, yeah, oh boy. That was deep. That was deep. Very complex, yes. But I am amazing right now. I have a golden statue. I have all my people happy with me. Let's go there. Can you give... I'm going to pay for my guy back. Yes. Beat up that guy. You're unlocking a section. You're blocked. This sounds like we need to guillotine people. I have 10, 5, 10, 14 death penalties, 5 prisons, and then 12 acquittals. Hierarchy. Why did we swap spots? Yeah, that's me. This is the hierarchy. There's Robespierre at the top, you know? Robespierre, Danton, Renard. It's all a circle. I'm beating this guy, though, in the political landscape. The political climate, I should say. Ferber's pretty high there, but they have to deal with that for now, which is good. Day 20. Liberty.
You scoundrel! You serpent! Danton never betrayed me, it was you!
He did too.
How could you? We were supposed to be...
Friends, yes. Let us not waste any more time. Admit that the accusations for treason are true, and your daughter shall be freed. I cannot promise the same for you, however.
I attacked you because they told me to do it!
That is irrelevant. You will be tried like all the other assassins.
They will crucify me because of you, the person who promised me his friendship and alliance.
They will surely remove you from office, but you will live. Marie will live too. But if you keep barking, you will both lose your heads.
You will pay for this, I swear.
Maybe, but you will pay first. Your trial begins any minute, so you do not have much time left to think. People are happy, probably because I have the revolution of a god. But because I'm doing so well, I know that this is going to be bad eventually. It has to be. I'm doing way too well, and something's going to come crashing down eventually. Before I do anything, let's see how they would feel. They would be very upset if I let this man go. Definitely gotta give him death penalty. Beware of kings and gods in France. I just work here. I'm just the judge, Stellar. Treason and corruption. The accused who now stand before us is Jean-Nicolas Pache, the mayor of Paris, suspected of treason through cooperation with hostile powers. He was arrested following the written testimony of Beatrice Caron, daughter of a local cooper, but best known for her connections with the Rotten Muscadins. The girl admitted to being an Austrian spy and declared that she obtained information from the defendant himself. Thanks to her knowledge, she was allegedly able to disrupt the everyday lives of Parisians. In exchange for revealing her informant in the city authorities, Caron was expelled from France under the penalty of death should she return. She's actually dead. The investigation, which I carried out with Prosecutor Tinville, indicates that Citizen Pache was following the orders of Karen Austrian employers and the girl was responsible for exchanging letters between the two. We were unable to find solid evidence for many of the more suspicious acts, but one aspect of the investigation is clear: the delayed construction of the Pont de la Révolution. Enemy forces wished to prevent it, as the structure was to unite French to become a symbol of the rekindled revolutionary flame. The plotters could also hope to bring shame upon Robespierre himself as the originator and supporter of this undertaking. The evidence of this conspiracy was discovered in letters that we confiscated during a search of the defendant's office. All of them were only signed with a D, and we have not been able to ascertain the identity of this mysterious person. We have rejected the most popular suggestion as Danton, and it is common knowledge that he and Robespierre are political allies as well as friends. For JNP. The gentlemen of the Masons Guild are not willing to listen to our arguments and have suspended their work on the bridge. They will have to become convinced. By force, do it. Posh. Robespierre will give in, and you will get your payment. I want to check the defendant's personal details once again. My name is Jean-Nicolas Pache, and I am the mayor of Paris. You have been accused of spying on behalf of Austria. Do you understand, Citizen Pache? Yes, I understand everything. You are not nervous. That is quite unusual for someone in your situation. I am just awaiting a trial. Now we ask the questions. Corruption. He's accused of corruption with enemies. That's easy. He is accused. He's not accused. I already messed up. I can't mess up anymore. If I lose this, I'm going to restart, because I'm a nerd. I'm sorry to admit it, but I am. Evidence of this was discovered in letters. Evidence. A secret correspondent. Evidence. Is there a trap in this? There is a trap. The symbol of French unity. Bring shame upon Robespierre himself. Motive. And accusation. And the bridge. Motive. Got all the questions. It's okay. I don't have to be a nerd. Did you follow the orders of your employers and hinder the progress of construction workers hired at the Pont de la Révolution? Yes, I did my best to make sure that employees from every office involved would conduct strict inspections of all aspects of the construction. And the bridge is still unfinished after all these years. A pig and a traitor! I was unable to interfere effectively. However, I was unfortunately not able to keep it a secret. Did the defendant reveal the identity of the person calling themselves D? With whom would the defendant share confidential? Was it counter-revolutionary? Were any citizens of France involved in the plan to compromise Robespierre? I do not know. Nobody informed me of such details. But you must have heard something. I was taking money for treason, not to eavesdrop on my employers, although certainly knowing them, there is an alternative plan that involves a prominent citizen. The filthy rat! Did you receive all your orders through letters? And yes. And why do you ask, Monsieur le Juge? I wonder if you ever saw the people paying you. No, we never met. So they may have not been Austrians after all. What are you suggesting? Rumor suggests that the mysterious D could be Danton, attempting to weaken Robespierre in France. That is nonsense. Everybody knows that Danton and Robespierre are political allies. I have to agree with Monsieur le Juge, and besides, you are probably familiar with the idea that Danton could be an English spy. Perhaps it is not the Austrians who are behind this after all, and Citizen Pache has instead been fooled into becoming a scapegoat. I think I accidentally made him innocent. Pure speculation. As a person who knows both of these citizens, I can assume such suggestions are unfounded. Citizen Fedeli, you have to... There's something you need to see. Oh god, here's where it all comes spiraling down. Is it the daughter fleeing? Everything's about to come crashing down on me. I'm so scared. What is it?
Frederic,
My son.
My son.
For sins of fathers. My wife. They hung a child. They couldn't kill me, and so they went for my son. You scumbag! My child! Alexis, try to calm yourself. Citizen Fideli, we heard about your tragedy. Is there anything we... All of you! Shut the hell up! Pash! Why did you kill my boy? Your Honor, I did not kill anyone. Why did you do it, Pash? What am I even being accused of now? Of killing my child! I was in a cell all this time, and we had a deal. I would not make any move against you, I swear. Still so docile, even when there is a dead child in the equation. Who killed my son, Pash? I have no idea who could do something like this. I never... Who is behind this? Tell me immediately or you will go straight to the scaffold. See, the judge is threatening me with the guillotine for his own gain. This is not a trial, this is a farce. Quiet, child killer. Questions for the defendant. It doesn't even matter. He doesn't want me to ask anything. I'm fueled by rage right now, aren't I? Do I have any decision in this? Verdict. I have to do the death penalty. Dude, why did you do it?
Not guilty.
The lion stamp. And then a bunch of, like, tiny little cases. Matthew Cousteau, a carpenter, visited the lawyer to take measurements for a wardrobe. He took the opportunity to examine the contents of the dresser, where his hands accidentally got... it's fine. He stole some beer. Whatever. He's a snake oil salesman. He was caught selling a concoction made of human bones, promising it would cure horroriness. Not only was it ineffective, it also led him... Yep, dead. Cedric Compare, a 12-year-old knocked over a woman by passing by ruining her dress. The boy found it entertaining. He was then chased by the victim's husband. When caught, he blamed the younger friend. I'm not killing a 12-year-old. Robespierre outlawed prison. I tried to do prison as much as I could, Stellar. I'm not killing a 12-year-old. The defendant revealed D. He did not, nor did he confirm our suspicions. Beatrice Catron. Yes, he confessed. This game is amazing. It's really well done. I am sentencing you to death. You will pay for my son. Justice. That's what happens to traitors. I have kept my part of the deal. Now keep yours and show me you are a man of honor. Look at my glorious face. Next. I have to do a speech. Carefree. Revolution, manipulation, crime, aggression. Not aggression. Commence persuasion. Humility. Themis spoke through your mouth. She calls out justice, and we shall hear her voice. Why is it always that one? Come, let us... Okay, that's just the goofiness.
Reach maximum reputation. And I got another achievement.
I am not a murderer.
Famous last words. For the revolution. And for my son. Where is Bernard? He is hiding somewhere, crying. I don't know what to...
Why would you open your mouth? It is your fault. You gambled with our lives.
I tried to save you.
We know. Do you really know? 'Cause I can't see anything beyond destruction. I haven't for a long time now.
I am truly sorry.
We need to stay together. We must. You stay together. I have to take care of our remaining son. He still can't understand why someone wanted his brother dead, though he needs to understand it.
Oh yeah, she's about to plummet. He went up? Oh, it doesn't ruin it. Frederick. Oh, that's about to plummet it. How could you possibly go for a stroll on a day like this? It's about to plummet the mom. Yep, there it is. I can't believe that, though. That's crazy work. The statue has reached another level. You can now seize another building. Okay. The hierarchy. Posh is dead. See, I put these two in prison. I didn't kill them. But, yep. Printing house enables actions against Muscadins and the Revolutionary Patrol. Political salon. Actions will facilitate your work at the court. Let's do the printing house. My residence. Spend time with the family. It's a day of mourning. End of the day. Act 1 is still going? Are you serious? After all that. I love the art style of this game, though. Holy. It's so well made. And the sound. Tell him, Mother.
What?
Tell him, or I will.
What do you want her to tell me?
We heard that you have the mayor's daughter. Yes, the trial is scheduled for tomorrow. Does everything depend on you, then?
I will not do it.
Why not?
It would be disreputable. And killing our children is not?
I cannot. She is not to blame. Kill her. You are so young, yet you will talk about murder like it was nothing.
Let them suffer like we did. Kill her. We want her blood. Sending my brother to the gallows was nothing to them.
You frighten me. You'll truly be frightened if you won't do as we said. Couple of deputies would come over. How nice of you to be such a generous host. Nice of them to tell all their friends as much. I'm not killing this girl. She did nothing wrong. I don't care if that's what my family wants me to do. I'm not killing their child. They're crazy with grief. They don't mean it. Freaking nerd. Hopefully you'll win this time, buddy boy. Send the Muscadins. Denounce. Printing house, send the Muscadins. End the day. Hopefully my bruiser actually wins this time. I'm not sentencing her to death. Oh, but it's what everybody wants. Both as an individual and a representative of the National Convention, I am deeply saddened by your son's death and wish to offer my condolences. Dear Fidel, the guard is at your service. If you wish to shake down the whole of Paris to find the bastards, only a madman would attack someone's child. Have first condolences arrived yet? One of the authors is surely responsible for the attack on your family. Dear citizen, in times like these we can only entrust ourselves to God's will. Jean-Baptiste Gobel. Who could have done something so terrible? I shall meet you soon, my friend. I cannot describe how saddened I am by the hideous crime. Yep. Thanks, Stanton. She's innocent. I can't do it. She's innocent. Marie Sylvain-Pache, daughter of the mayor of Paris, has been accused of cold-blooded murder of Beatrice Caron. The arrest was made in an abandoned house on Rue Saint-Marc, where the defendant supposedly copulated with the victim many times. The shack was perfectly suited for trysts intended to be kept a secret. The detention took place with the personal assistance of Judge Fidele. According to the guard, the defendant was found standing over the deceased with a blood-stained kitchen knife in her hand. Certain to be the murder weapon, the defendant put up no resistance during her arrest. Investigators have established the defendant and victim knew each other for a long time. They were seen together often, however, acquaintances of the defendant suggest she preferred not to boast about her father's position, or even her real name. Beatrice, on the other hand, in the absence of the defendant, allegedly bragged about, excuse my language, Monsieur le Judge, she bragged about how having often fucked the defendant. I suspect this is just the silly prattle of a young girl. Nevertheless, I am reporting what I have learned. There are plenty of assumptions and gossip in this case. Beatrice had some connection with the Muscadins, but we were unable to learn anything of value. Rumor has it she is very much like this mob of delinquents, young, unruly, disruptful of authority, and depraving the sober-minded youth. At the same time, she usurped the right to call herself a defender of the people. Beatrice was a Muscadin to the core, and it would appear the defendant had wished to become the same. Marie, I have been betrayed by your world. I have become a traitor, an Austrian bitch, and somebody must pay for my shame. The person is you. Come to our place in the evening with 3,000 francs. If you do not, I will tell everyone you are a spy too, and you will be called a treacherous whore, just as I am now. Although many of you know this face already, I call upon the defendant to introduce herself. Marie Sylvain-Pache, daughter, yes, we know. Blackmail. $3,000 francs. Nope. He is accused of cold-blooded murder. Abandoned house is the crime scene. Kitchen knife in hand is the circumstances. No? No resistance during her arrest was the personality. What else is she accused of? Treason. Their intimate relationship. What questions have I have so far? I only have one. Yikes. Concealing her identity. Is that a good question or a bad question? It's a bad question. 3,000 francs is something to do. Motive. Yes. No resistance. Got so many bad questions, dude. Concealing her identity, motive, knife in hand, accusation, their intimate relationship. How long have you been in an intimate relationship with the victim? For 1 year. It started. Do we have to listen to these perverted effusions? The prisoner has the right to defend herself. Is her testimony too much for you, Prosecutor Tinville? I can finish this trial by myself. I will stay. I asked the defendant to continue. It started. No, I don't want to expose my feelings to those who believe them to be something against nature. You have likened me to an animal already. Your testimony could help in. Yes, I killed Beatrice because I'm a degenerate monster, a freak. Is that what you wanted to hear? That's right, monster. Oh no, Beatrice. Please describe your feelings when you got the letter from Beatrice. My heart broke. So we have confirmation of the motive. You truly are ingenious investigators. Finally, you have grasped what I've been telling you from the beginning. Beatrice was very dear to me, like... Don't let her say it aloud! Please, spare us the details. Well, of course, because your holy hearts could not stand the idea of two women being together. Where is that freedom and equality of yours? To the best of your knowledge, how would the victim have spent the money she demanded? I do not know. We talked little about money. We talked about pain, mainly my own. You supposedly knew the victim very well. We did not talk about money. We were not planning a future together. Everyone knows that would not be possible. And for the better! Away with this abomination! As you can see, that money would likely have been used to further develop the Austrian spy ring in France. What makes you think so? You are not here to ask questions. I'm going to make her innocent. I'm really afraid of what my family's going to do about it, but I'm going to make her innocent. I kept my word. I'm not killing her. Jean Palliser lived stealing from doctors. He would make appointments, go to the waiting room, steal an object in each. Innocent. Hector, the owner of a mill, died after a supper. The victim's wife thinks her husband was poisoned. A few days prior to his death, prohibited a rendezvous between... There's no proof. There's no proof. Yes. Yes. I have taken your testimony and find you not guilty.
But you caught her red-handed yourself. What? Why?
The judge surely prefers boys himself and sympathizes with her. She was blackmailed. If they hate me, so be it. Oh, something changed in the, we gotta cut. Oh, nope. When did you meet my brother, Bruno? We served in the same brigade, and I owe him my life. He put himself in danger, dragging me away from the battlefield when I was injured, but was not so lucky himself. We have dedicated far much too time to that man already, both in our thoughts and our stories. I want to know. As do I. A stray bullet killed him. I never even got the chance to thank him for saving my life. I can assure you that we were friends. Battles are dynamic fights between two hostile armies. They include infantry, rifles, and artillery. What is this? Enemy generals have many different preferences regarding their tactics. Each tactic defines the way the attack or defense is conducted and affects the minor bonuses your troops will receive in battle. Balance of power during... Watch the respective bars and use the... Okay. Our rear guard clashed with the enemy and lost. They forced their way into the camp where the wounded were being tended to. We had to grab our weapons. Fight. Neutral versus defense. Okay. Still pretty even. Your brother fought like a man possessed. People were flocking to him. Effective when you have lots of shooters, less effective when your infantry is weakened. Suppressive fire. Oh, it tells me what they're gonna do. Let's do neutral again. Frontline assault. Uh-oh, I'm losing. We had faith that reinforcements were rushing to help us, but we knew they would be too late. Suppressive fire. Versus a frontline assault. Oh no. A bayonet went right through me. I was bleeding out and my friends were being felled by bullets, one after the other. Suppressive fire again. neutral. Man, they just spammed frontline assault, didn't they? Can you cast nuke on these guys? Your brother pulled me from... I think that was just a tutorial battle. Your brother pulled me from among the dead and dragged me far from the battlefield. The moment we reached the trees, a stray bullet caught him in the back. He died almost immediately, and I deserted. I thought I should thank you, his blood, and try to pay that debt with my actions. So Bruno has paid for his sins. Hi, Vox. My son. He often said, Alexis, my brother, he is the only thing that matters. He must have been important to him. Yeah, they're upset that I didn't kill him. Marie lives. Oh, she's gonna be negative. Yep. Don't tell me I lost again. Why do I keep losing to this man? Can end the day. What has changed here on the hierarchy? Herbert and Goebel. Oh, I know them. He's the Archbishop and... Yep. Let's check home. I have 6 influence. Hideout. Your agents will be immune to the actions of the patrol. Let's do that. The tower is looking splendidly. Complete Act 1. Act 2, Egalite. Probably pronounced that horribly wrong, sorry. Day 1. Monsieur le Juge, there's a tragedy 2 streets away. People are calling for a judge. The guard hurriedly leads you to the crime scene, where you see a crowd of furious people. They have surrounded several armed soldiers who are trying to repel the civilians from 2 men facing the wall. You soon learn that Commander Francis Henriette has, in absentia, ordered the execution of felons who tried to steal weapons from a military transport. People are demanding your intersection in a fair trial, but it would be unwise to contest the orders of a commander, especially one elevated by your actions. Order the men to be freed. People nod with approval. The confused soldiers eventually listen and take the men to jail. However, do not delude yourself into thinking there will be no consequences, even if another judge is assigned to their trial. Someone will have to pay for the damage done to the commander's reputation. That's okay. What's my current stuff at? 17.5, you know, it's good enough as is. But this is where we are going to be done. We have completed Act 1. What a crazy second half of Act 1. Literally wild. Very wild. But that's where we're going to be done. I appreciate everybody coming in. We'll pick it up next Thursday. Loving this game so far. Great story. Great historicalness. I really want to know what would happen if, like... Because I have the option. I could have... like, made everybody innocent. Maybe I would have died and lost, but, like, I could have made King Louis not be beheaded. Who knows what would have happened? Like, it's cool. I could have literally let the man that probably killed my son be innocent. Might have destroyed my stats, but that's like, ugh, I want to know, but I have to play a whole other... Oh, it's so good. But that is where we're going to be done. Again, this was Really Revolution. If you'd like to check out the game for yourself, Twitch peeps, there's the link. YouTube people, links in the description. We will be back tomorrow doing some Marvel Rivals. New season should be out. Gambits. You know how long I've been waiting for this. But that's tomorrow. Appreciate everybody hanging out. We're going to go ahead and end the YouTube stream first. If you are not subbed to the YouTube, please, 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 please. I'm 5 subs away from 500. I know I'm begging, but I'm so close to 500, and that's such a huge milestone. Please, if you're not subbed, or if you know somebody that is willing to sub, convince them, be like, hey, he posts silly clips of games and streams and memes. Like, it's just a silly little guy. He likes lions. 5 subs. But thank you all. YouTube, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, We the Revolution.